The night was special. The sky was clear, the stars were shining, and a cool breeze swept through the Najd desert. Hatim al-Tai sat outside his tent, telling stories to travelers gathered around a fire. Suddenly, an old woman approached, her face carved by the wrinkles of time. "Oh Hatim, you are known for your generosity," she said, "but are you aware of the 7 truths?" Hatim smiled and asked, "Do these truths also demand gold?" The old woman replied, "No, they only ask for a sacrifice of the heart. Are you ready?" Hatim nodded. And thus began his quest for the 7 truths. The first truth, nameless generosity. Hatim reached a remote village suffering from famine. He distributed food, water, and livestock, yet told no one his name. A young girl asked, "Who are you?" Hatim replied, "A traveler who only wants your smile." When he returned, the old woman appeared in his dream. This was the first truth: he who gives without being known is the true generous soul. The second truth, honor to the enemy. A tribe with whom Hatim had an old rivalry faced a severe water shortage. Hatim sent water from his own well to help them. His people were upset. Hatim said, "I can leave my enemy thirsty, but I cannot dry up my heart." The old woman returned. This was the second truth: he who understands the hunger of his enemy is truly human. The third truth, the bitter sip of justice. 2 men came to Hatim, one rich, one poor, arguing over a piece of land. After thorough investigation, Hatim ruled in favor of the poor man, even though the rich man was his ally. People said, "You've lost a friend." Hatim replied, "But I've saved my conscience." The old woman said, "The third truth, he whose justice isn't swayed by friendship or enmity is the true judge." The fourth truth, a voice in silence. Hatim reached a deserted shore where a mute boy was praying for his mother. He couldn't speak, but his teary eyes said it all. Hatim prayed with him, gave him clothes, and arranged medicine. The old woman appeared again. The fourth truth, he who listens not with ears, but with his heart, is the truest listener. The fifth truth, the traveler's journey. Hatim traveled with a caravan. On the way, they were attacked by bandits. Hatim gave away his camel, water, and supplies to those in greater need and walked on foot himself. When the caravan reached safety, they lifted him on their shoulders. The old woman whispered in his dream, "The fifth truth, he who walks last but ensures others reach first is the true leader." The sixth truth, the crown of forgiveness. One day, a man who had once tried to kill Hatim came to his doorstep, now with an orphan child, seeking help. Hatim recognized him, yet asked no questions and gave him everything he needed. As the man left, Hatim softly said, "I had forgotten, but you came to remind me." The old woman said, "The sixth truth. He who chooses forgiveness over revenge wears the crown of a king." The seventh truth, the defeat of the self. At last, Hatim reached a place where he had lost everything. No tent, no clothes, no food. He sat beneath a tree and whispered, "I have nothing left now." Then, a voice rose from within. "But now, only you remain." And that is the final truth: he who conquers his own self gains everything. Book's epilogue, The Light of 7 Truths. When Hatim returned to Najd, there was a new light on his face. People asked, "Are you wealthy now?" He smiled and replied, "No. I am no longer just generous, I have become human." Summary of the story. Hatim al-TaiA's greatness lay not just in his giving, but in how, when, and why he gave. That was the true light of his character.